Hi, I'm Saul, and thank you for clicking on the link to find out more about the Proper IV webinar that we're going to be hosting that you can access. It's free, it's no obligation. I'd love for you to join us because if you're somebody who coaches or cares for other people, whether it's in an informal context or a formal context, this is a tool that's really going to help you work with the people that you're trying to help. And mostly what we're doing in coaching is you're trying to help people through a change process. Well, Proper IV, the tool, is designed to do exactly that. There's four things that it does that are it's going to make a night and day difference in the people that you work with and the results that you see. The first thing that it does is it makes sure that you're always going to have a response when you're working with somebody. You'll never be left again wondering what to say or wondering what would be helpful. Proper IV is basically a menu of potential helpful responses that you can use. It doesn't require you to have the answers. It doesn't require you to know exactly, everything about the topic at hand or have a solution or have, some wonderful advice. But it gives you a way to respond that keeps the engagement going, keeps the client processing. And if they keep processing, eventually they're going to come to answers and solutions on their own with a little bit of help and prompting from you. So that's the first thing it does. The second thing it does is it works with the client's intrinsic motivation to change. You're basically you're trying to figure out what is this client's goals? What are their likes? What are the things that they care about? What are their beliefs? What are their values? And once you know those things, then you can begin to contrast where they say they would like to be and what they would like their life to look like with what their life is now, and then heighten the discrepancy between those two things. It creates a desire for change on the part of the client. So you're working with the intrinsic motivation for a client, even if it's just a little bit of motivation. By using Proper IV, you can expand that motivation and make it stronger and bigger, and thus increase the likelihood that they will follow through and actually change. In the third thing that it does while you're building that intrinsic motivation to change is it protects the rapport and even builds the rapport that you have with your client. And that's really important because if the client doesn't like working with you and doesn't feel like you like working with them, they're not going to come back. So it's important to have a strong rapport with the people that you're working with. So if you've got a motivated client and you've got a good rapport, then research indicates that it's very likely that the coaching relationship is going to be successful and you're going to help the client make the changes that they want to make. And then the final thing that Proper IV does is it opens the door for spiritual conversations. We're a faith-based organization. Our coaching program is rooted in research, but also in faith. And we want to have those spiritual conversations with the clients that we work with. We don't want to force anybody into it. We don't want to manipulate them into it. We definitely don't want to take advantage of vulnerable people. But we want to have a dialogue going where if a client is open to spiritual things, then you can enter into those conversations in an appropriate way. And Proper IV is fantastic at doing that. It allows you to probe, to explore, to make connections, and just to work faith into the conversation in a way that makes sense and in a way that's practical and useful and feels really good, both for you and for the client. So those are some of the really great benefits of working with Proper IV and using Proper IV, incorporating it into your practice. In the webinar, we're going to unpack it even further. We're going to go through what each letter of Proper IV stands for and tell you how to use it, what it means, and what to expect from it. And so I really hope you'll join us. I think you'll get a lot out of it. Like I said, there's no cost, there's no obligation. You just need to click the register button and we'll send you the webinar link. You can join us. If you don't want to take it any further, that's absolutely fine. Part of our charitable purpose is to just multiply resources of care, both locally, domestically, and around the world. And so if you use this tool and it helps, then it helps us to accomplish our charitable purpose. So thanks for watching this video. I hope to see you on the webinar. I think you'll really like it. click the link, and we'll see you there. Take care.